Hello again. Welcome back to those of you that are coming back. To those of you that are new, my name is Mike Maspero. I am a 43, almost 44-year-old man in San Antonio, Texas that is using this as an outlet, using this vlog to put things out into the universe in hopes that it will help with my own personal growth. Last week I talked about loneliness and trying to better understand navigating loneliness and the loneliness that I feel. And I think that this week I'm starting to kind of understand and starting to kind of grasp the idea of having to live with that loneliness, having to deal with that loneliness, and not necessarily see it as a constant bad thing, but trying to put the positive spin on it, where I'm starting to understand and starting to realize that the self-sufficiency that I need for myself is not necessarily that self-sufficiency of paying my bills or going to the grocery store, making decisions, things like that. The self-sufficiency comes from the emotional side of things with me, and being more about being my own cheerleader, like self-motivation, understanding that I can give myself the affirmation that I'm looking for. The same thing that I have to do daily for my job, that I have to do daily as a parent, that I have to do daily for all the people that are around me, taking that notice, right? Taking those things that I do for other people and focusing them inward, and understanding that the biggest cheerleader that I have is myself. And the biggest affirmation that I can have as far as knowing that I can do things and knowing that I am good enough is within myself. And there's still times I'm not perfect. I'm not good at this. Obviously, this is something that is very new to me. It's not foreign just because I do tend to do this with other people. I do tend to give them the rah-rahs and be their cheerleader and be the person that lifts them up. But if I can't do that for myself, then what is the power of that positivity that I'm giving to other people? So I've really put a focus on that this past week, and I have to say that it feels good. I have to say that it does feel better, and I can see that positive change that's coming. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. It's not something that's going to instantly change. I'm not going to be able to snap my fingers and this is going to be something that happens and is going to make me all better, right? This is something that is going to take time, and something that is going to be something that I'm going to have to be mindful of, and something that I'm going to have to continue to do and continue to pursue to make myself the better person that I need to be for myself, right? Because the growth and the things that I do need to be that inwardly focused. And the struggle that I have with that is that it feels selfish, and it feels like that me trying to put this out for myself and trying to be this better person and be a better version of myself, for me, is almost selfish, even though it's not, right? Even though this is something that we all need, something that we all need to focus on, something that a lot of people do already. It's something that I've always struggled with, because I always seek the affirmation from other people. I always seek the pat on the back from other people. I always seek that happiness in other people to ultimately make myself happy. And in being alone, I'm realizing that is something that I need to find within myself, and that's something that I need to really work on within myself, because again, the person that needs to be my biggest cheerleader is me. and having the affirmation from other people should ultimately become secondary, right? That we should see that good in ourselves as other people are seeing the good in us as well. And it feels good to be able to say that, and it feels good to be able to think that. And hopefully as my journey continues, and I continue to better myself through my meditation, through my journaling, it's going to continue to get better and better as I move forward. The thing that I've really been struggling with right now is the silence, right? Is the downtime, and I'm kind of nervous. Not, I wouldn't say nervous, but one of the things that I worry about is that a lot of times, to keep my mind off of things that are going on and to keep my mind steady in my personal growth, is to focus on other things. And in the times where I do relax and I do settle and I do get myself to a point to where I don't have to worry about work, one of the things that I've learned through relationships and through, well, really relationships, is that, making time for yourself and for the ones around you is important. And right now, since it is just me, I need to make sure that I make time for myself. So usually anything after 5 on the weekdays, I'm not fielding any kind of emails. Weekends, very seldom. Sundays, I don't field emails at all. This is something that at first that I was bad about this many years ago, and through my last relationship, I was able to change this, and it's something that I've held on to, and something that I still do now, and it helps with the relaxing, and it helps with me. But in that silence comes just memories, thoughts, good times, things that I'm not trying to forget, but things that I'm trying to move past. And it's hard. It's hard to move past those things, and it's hard to move forward sometimes from those things. I'm doing my best. I go out every night and I run. Probably shouldn't be running. My knees are terrible, but it's an outlet, right? It's something that I do to try and get my mind off of things. I used to fish. Fishing has been hard because fishing does bring back memories. But yeah, I'm trying, and it's the silence. It's the silence where I find the most. I find where my mind starts to wander and starts to race. I paint. I've been painting. I'm not very good. Please don't think that I did that. I did not do that. If I did, I probably would be in a different profession. But no, I've been using painting as an outlet. I've been using my journaling as an outlet. All of these things just to kind of keep my mind doing something, because in the silence is where things start to come back. And not that those things are bad. I like those things, and sometimes that's the problem, is that when those things start to come back and those feelings start to come back is when things start to get quite hard. And especially in a time where I'm trying to move forward. A lot of people use the term move on. I don't think that's appropriate. I don't think moving on is appropriate, because I don't think that we ever really move on. Um, I don't think that if you make a connection with somebody that you ever truly move on from that person. That person, if there was a connection, if there was a true connection with that person, I don't think that there's ever that moving on. I think that it's more of a moving forward. And that's why I use that term in is moving forward, because um, that's what I have to do. And there's times that I'm reluctant to it, and there's times where I'm stubborn as a mule, and I don't want to move forward. I want to go back, and I want to be back. But at the same time, I know that in the place where I'm at right now, and what I'm trying to do with my own personal growth is what I need to do for myself. I need to focus on this. The problem, like I said, is that silence. And I'm trying to get used to it. I'm trying to understand it. And it's just like like waves, right? I've been reading this over and over again, that emotions are like waves, that we can't control when they come and when they go, and lately that's how it's been, right? It's been, I'll have a couple of good days where things are going great, and then all of a sudden something will snap and will trigger it, and I'll feel down, and memories will rush in, and all these things will happen. And one of the things that I'm starting to deal with and starting to understand is that it's okay for that to happen. Um, Again, it's not about moving on, it's about moving forward. Because these people that are a part of your life are always going to be there, right? Like the book, they say, you end a chapter and you turn the page. That's fine and well, and that's fine and dandy. But sometimes turning that page is hard. Um, Again, moving forward, right? I think um, that's the key. That's the that's the idea, is moving forward. And for me, moving forward means self growth, right? And realizing that things hurt, and it's gonna hurt, and it's gonna continue to hurt, and um, to heal and to get better, you know, it's not necessarily just saying that, oh, you have to deal with that hurt, you have to deal with that pain. The pain's probably going to be there forever, and it's okay. It's okay. But we got to move forward, and that's what I'm trying to do. Is I'm trying to move forward, not moving on, not forgetting, but moving forward. Part of that is understanding this time that I have with myself, in myself, understanding that those things are going to happen, right? Like the waves, they're going to come and they're going to go, but in the end, we're moving forward. Yeah. Well, as I continue to move forward, there's things that I guess I'll never forget, times that I'll never forget, people that I'll never forget. And this isn't anybody in particular. This is just in general, right? I mean, obviously, with situations that have happened in the recent past, there's stuff that comes to mind right off the top of my head, but this has happened before, and this is probably going to happen again. Um, I've come to that conclusion, I've come to that realization, And for me, understanding the loneliness is all about understanding myself. And that's part of the healing process. And that's kind of the part of the healing process that I'm in right now. Trying to understand that alone and trying to understand that loneliness and move forward. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. And it's okay that it hurts. But you just gotta move forward. I think that's it for today. Thank you for those of you that watch all the way through. I appreciate it. I look forward to talking to you again next week. Thanks.